What's up, guys? Welcome back to Weekly Weird News.
So it's happened to all of us at one point. You've had a long day of thanklessly working your ass off for the man. You're trying to relieve some stress with a harmless little jack sesh, but then a police officer shows up and arrests you because you're in public and you're masturbating in front of unsuspecting bystanders is a crime. We've all been there. I don't have to over-explain. You've done it.
Yeah.
We know. And you know what? Now you're on a list and you're legally obligated to notify your neighbors that you're a sex offender. It's all so lame.
Lame.
Well, help is on the way, guys and gals, because Italy's Supreme Court just ruled that masturbation in public is totally legal.
Finally! Now to book a trip. Anyways, that part about us masturbating in public, that was sarcasm.
Yeah, totally.
But, the part about Italy was true, mostly. And yes, we all know Italy's view on sexual stuff is much more open-minded than here in the US, with their boobs on primetime TV and their politicians having bunga parties with prostitutes half their age. But public masturbation? What made them suddenly add that to the list? Well, okay, details are admittedly a bit slim, with the primary English language source of the story being The Independent, but they say that a 69-year-old man named Pietro was recently caught masturbating outside the University of Catania in Sicily. And this was in full view of students. He was arrested and sentenced to 3 months in prison and a €3,420 fine.
But somehow the case made its way to Italy's Supreme Court. I don't know how it works exactly. And they noted that just last year, the Italian Parliament had passed a new law decriminalizing the act of lurking in places frequented by girls in order to be seen masturbating. Which is oddly specific, but sure, yeah. Italian Parliament, but in the interest of consistency, they decided that Italian law, it doesn't allow for someone like Pietro to do prison time for jacking it in public. And here's where we definitely need to clarify things. Just because something is decriminalized doesn't mean it's legal. It just means jail isn't involved.
Yeah, it's like smoking weed in a lot of states.
Yeah, it's like how you get a ticket for going 10 miles over the speed limit. You get a traffic citation, not a jail sentence.
Basically, you're just, now everyone's gonna be like, oh man, I'm gonna set a couple $100 aside, then go jack it down at the local college.
It's a lot more than that, though.
All right, well, Pietro will not be going to Italian prison for getting his rocks off in front of a bunch of university students, but he will end up having to pay a very hefty fine. Somewhere between 5,000 and 30,000 euros, which is a lot. Damn it, there goes the sex tourism industry.
Yeah, but if you're a rich guy,
if
like
they made
Mark
it affordable,
Zuckerberg's next trip to Italy, he's just gonna walk around with his dick in his hands.
Yeah.
Come at me. I own Facebook.
Come on you. Anyways, that's a lot. It's probably worse than spending 3 months in an Italian prison where the free food is probably really good. It's probably spaghetti and meatballs every day. So maybe cancel the trip to Italy that you just booked 3 minutes ago. I mean, there's plenty of stuff to jerk off to and with right where you are right now, but be warned, porn is for losers. At least according to Pamela Anderson, which is ironic.
Yeah, that's right. Pam Anderson last week co-wrote an op-ed article in the Wall Street Journal titled, "Take the Pledge, No More Indulging Porn."
I'd rather take the plunge instead.
Yeah, it calls pornography a boring, wasteful, and dead-end outlet for people too lazy to reap the ample rewards of healthy sexuality.
Oh, this is rich coming from someone who used to be beautiful.
Yeah, this is the same Pam Anderson who, oddly enough, is not too hard to find naked pictures of, as well as multiple full-on sex tapes.
His penis was huge.
Yeah, all of which she earned a shitload of money off of. You could even argue that her career and fortune are entirely built on selling herself as a sex object.
It's the only reason I saw Barbed Wire or whatever that movie was.
Even in her non-nude acting roles on shows like Baywatch, which, let's be fucking honest, Pam, those aren't roles that you got because of your stellar acting abilities.
Yeah, so the article, which she co-wrote with controversial celebrity Rabbi Shmuley Boteach, that's probably right.
No.
Boteach?
Boteach.
Little Boteach.
Shmuley Boteach.
It uses the recent divorce of former congressman and current dirtbag Anthony Weiner as a cautionary tale about the dangers of pornography to relationships and family in modern society, which, sure, porn addiction is definitely something that's worth examining now that the internet is so readily available, but this shit reeks of hypocrisy, and also weirdly shifts the blame for Weiner's repeated infidelity to porn instead of just because he's a dirtbag and a bad husband. Give him some of the credit too.
Yeah.
It's not.
If it wasn't for all this porn everywhere, I would be the perfect husband.
A gentleman. Yeah, you're giving him.
It's a great excuse.
You're giving him something to scapegoat around.
I
was a sex addict.
I stole that car because of all the porn I do.
Anyways, we'll be standing by, waiting very patiently for the news that Pam Anderson has donated all of the money she earned from her sex tapes and from having the most Playboy nude pictorials of any model ever. Go ahead and donate that, because otherwise, this is like Paula Deen complaining that America is too fat.
Yeah.
And that she misses slave waiters.
Yep. The N-word's fun to say. I don't see why I can't
it rolls
have
off
slaves
the tongue
anymore.
Hey, y'all.
She is, look into that. It's
fun.
a journey. But speaking of sex,
Yeah.
that's where babies come from, kids. Now you know. And over in China, parents are increasingly choosing to give their newborn children an English first name in addition to their Chinese name because they see it as being beneficial to studying or working in the West as an adult. Gives their kids a leg up. The problem, though, is that they often choose names that are technically English, but they also sound fucking absurd, ranging from movie-based names like Gandalf and Cinderella to just random objects and adjectives that you'll only ever see in the West with celebrity kids like Gwyneth Paltrow's daughter, Apple. Apparently, they love brand names like Versace and Rolex.
Of course. Yeah.
This is my son, Rolex.
This is my son, Star-Lord. I think I would love that.
Yeah.
Star-Lord.
That kid's got a leg up.
Yeah.
He's gonna be an astronaut.
This is my daughter.
First Chinese man on the moon.
Anyways, complicating matters even worse is the fact that a lot of the internet is still censored in China, limiting access to Western websites that would help people choose baby names, which is a business opportunity that one 16-year-old British girl has taken advantage of and managed to make a shitload of money off of. Bo Jessup, which is a great name, and I'm sure a lot of Chinese babies will be named that very soon, of Gloucestershire, which I'm sure I'm mispronouncing.
I think you did.
Gloucestershire. They started the website specialname.cn after a family trip to China where people kept asking her to name their babies despite the fact that she was in no way qualified to do so. Excuse me, whiteface.
Yeah.
Get over here and name my baby.
Give my child a name that it's gonna have for the rest of its life.
Actually, I'm British, not American. Close enough.
So she came home from her trip to China and she set up a website in Chinese to do specifically that, charging less than $1 for the service, and so far, managing to earn 48,000 British pounds off of it.
Yeah.
Which is a lot.
That's like $1 million.
Yeah, so in China, names are supposed to reflect specific traits, so Bo went about assigning traits to a bunch of English names in what we can only assume is a totally subjective way, because our names are meaningless over here. And so far, she has named around 235,000 Chinese babies. So great job, kid. She's 16 years old. Thank you for making the rest of us feel like poor, stupid assholes.
Yeah. And also, you're now responsible for those 235,000 kids.
Yeah, they're gonna come looking for you when they turn 18.
Yeah, they sure will. But let's move from China over to the Philippines, though, because you know what? You know what we haven't done in a while? We haven't talked about Philippines, the latest president, Rodrigo Duterte. And we've talked about him a lot this year, so why not give you an update? Now, we haven't updated you recently because mostly what's happening over there is fucking sad and terrifying. Because upon being elected, he basically legalized vigilante justice, and around 2,000 people have died. Supposedly all drug dealers, but there's really no way to tell because he's basically just made every citizen Judge Dredd and sent them out on the streets. Just kill someone you don't like and then just sprinkle some crack cocaine on their bodies, like Dave Chappelle would say. And it sounds like you'll not only get away with it, but you'll be hailed as a hero.
Yeah. So, not very fun subject matter, but President Rodrigo the Terminator Duterte, that's his real nickname, he managed to find his way into the American news cycle this past week just before an international summit in Laos, where he was scheduled to have a meeting with President Obama. But when asked by a reporter how he would explain his current approach to crime in the Philippines to Obama, Duterte answered in English. His English isn't bad. I am a president of a sovereign state, and we have long ceased to be a colony. I do not have any master except the Filipino people. Nobody but nobody. You must be respectful. Do not just throw questions. And then he switched over to his native tongue of Tagalog, and he said, "Son of a bitch, I will swear at you in that forum."
Yeah, okay, so he also pointed out that the U.S. hasn't apologized for all the problems their colonization of the Philippines caused a little over a century ago, which is fair, sure. But Obama, having less than 4 months left as president and 0 fucks left to give, just decided to cancel the meeting, as it wasn't looking like it'd be very productive anyway. He said, clearly he's a colorful guy. But then, probably after realizing that the Philippines actually kind of needs the U.S. on its side if it wants to keep any of its disputed islands in the South China Sea, Duterte issued a statement expressing regret that, quote, it came across as a personal attack on the U.S. president.
You know,
we all say
I
things.
may have called him a son of a bitch.
Yeah.
But it was like the vague son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Well, he's not the son of a bitch. Everyone's. I don't know. Anyway, Duterte was back to his old self in no time, though. Back in the Philippines, he commented on the possibility of ISIS expanding further into his country with perhaps his most presidential statement ever.
I'd like to, before you get into this, just imagine Donald Trump as our president also saying this. This is the guy who runs the Philippines right now.
Get me angry enough and I can eat a person. Just give me salt and vinegar, I can eat a person right in front of them. They've burned 20 young girls for refusing to have sex. If you show me that kind of act, you know I am capable of eating a person. I'll really open up the body. Give me vinegar and salt, I'll eat you.
That literally sounds, it has the tone and the cadence of Donald Trump. Go, scroll back, let's do it again. Get me angry enough and I can eat a person. Just give me salt and vinegar, I can eat a person right in front of them. They burned 20 young girls for refusing to have sex. If you show me that kind of act, you know I am capable of eating a person. I'll really open up the body. Give me the vinegar and salt, I'll eat you.
Can't stump the Trump.
No, boo. Turn out the lights.
Those lights off, carry me home.
Yeah, so one of the few things scarier than being eaten alive by the democratically elected president of the Philippines, though, is clowns. And those creepy-ass clown sightings that we told you about previously, they aren't stopping. They're only getting worse. Which is, it's so shocking since the Greenville, South Carolina police chief clearly stated at a press conference, the clowning around needs to stop.
And he also said, stop sending Harambe memes. We all saw how that was.
All right, stop clowning around.
Yeah.
Maybe that police chief could learn a thing or two from Rodrigo Duterte about making your point. Because the clown sightings have now expanded up into the North Carolina
You know
part
what
of
you
the
do?
Carolinas.
Make it vigilante justice, but then everyone just kills whoever they want and puts little red squishy noses on them.
He was a
honk
clown.
honk.
He's a clown.
You can see he had the nose.
We've so far killed 2,000 clowns. We're cleaning up this country.
Clowns were running rampant, apparently. They were everywhere.
Oh.
Anyways, there have been clown sightings in Greensboro and Winston-Salem that sound very similar to the previous ones from South Carolina, with clowns hanging around in wooded areas and trying to lure children into the woods with the promise of candy and or money, this time with the upgraded bonus of one of the clowns supposedly carrying a machete. Fun. Because so far no actual crimes have occurred, nor have police been able to actually spot any of the clowns themselves, there isn't much that can be done. It sounds like a fucking urban legend to me.
Yeah.
It's not even just in the Carolinas. Up in Columbus, Ohio, a 14-year-old boy claims he was chased away from a bus stop by a man in a clown mask holding a knife. It's only September, people. You put the Christmas trees out early and people start taking Halloween early.
There's like 7 weeks till Halloween.
Slippery slope with the holidays here.
Escalating too fast.
Yeah, so I guess there's gonna be more clown news right around the corner, especially as Halloween gets
Weekly
closer.
clown news. It's good. Like the Olympics are over. We need something to.
What are they gonna do in the
update on.
Carolinas on Halloween when people are dressed as clowns running around freely?
They need to bring back like exorcisms and witch burnings.
Yeah.
Just like the good
Good.
old days.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
When Trump's president, these clowns.
I saw Goody Proctor dressed up as a clown.
Yeah.
Burn her. And if she catches on fire, that means she was innocent.
Yeah, throw the clown off the cliff, and if he rises out of the water and flies away, obviously he was a clown.
Yeah.
But if he sinks to the bottom, big deal. Our mistake.
Free trip to heaven.
Yeah.
Speaking of clowns, though, sometimes they don't wear masks. Sometimes they own mattress stores. So we're just gonna let the video do the talking with this one, but here's an ad that Miracle Mattress in San Antonio, Texas posted to their Facebook this week.
What better way to remember 9/11 than with a Twin Tower sale? Right now, you can get any size mattress for a twin price.
Full mattress,
Twin price.
queen mattress,
Twin price.
king mattress.
Twin price. Store-wide sale all day long.
Whoa!
Oh my God! We'll never forget.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. I'm certainly not gonna forget that.
Never forget that. So unsurprisingly, Miracle Mattress is going through a bit of a PR nightmare right there.
The ironic thing is that the daughter of the owner not only handled marketing and social media, but is probably the PR person as well.
Probably. She wears a lot of hats.
Yeah.
And they're all horrible. Their Facebook, their Google, their Yelp page, they're all just inundated with rightfully furious reviews and comments calling them out for making the most misguided mattress ad in history.
Yeah.
They claim to be receiving death threats over it, which is never cool, but this is definitely one of the few cases where victim blaming is pretty much okay.
Yeah, they need to be shamed.
What did you think was going to happen?
Shame.
The sale's still gonna happen though.
Oh, good.
It's no longer 9/11 themed,
Oh.
but they will be donating 30% of their sales from the weekend to 9/11 victims.
Are they still doing the twin prices for all mattresses?
No, sorry, that only came with the theme.
Oh, okay.
Full price now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, we'll donate 30% to 9/11 victims. No one is going to that store this weekend.
Yeah.
They should probably just move to a different state.
I'd say so. At least there's something that now takes over the worst mattress ads of all time.
I won't be beat! You're killing me, Larry!
The one where the guy plays the guitar and then walks off the thing and bounces and lands on the ground. They made fun of it in Punch Drunk Love, but it was an actual ad.
Oh, that was real?
Yeah, it was
I
real
remember
ad. They
Punch
made
Drunk
fun of
Love.
it in Punch Drunk Love. But
Wow.
yeah, it's out there on the internet. You'll see it.
Mattress Man.
And then he slams on the ground.
Yeah.
Anyways, before we get into headlines this week, we got to give a quick shout out to this week's sponsor, Blue Apron, which we are actually both proud actual paying customers of. They don't give us these for free. It's just that good. Now, whether you're like us and just never learned how to cook, or you're too busy to plan recipes and shop for ingredients for tasty, high-quality meals, Blue Apron is a great service that will have you cooking like a boss in no time.
So each week you get a big old box shipped to you with all the ingredients you need for 3 great meals made from the best ingredients possible. These ingredients aren't just high quality, they come from local farms, fisheries, and ranchers across the U.S. who use sustainable, humane practices, and by getting only the exact amount of ingredients you need to cook your meals, you're helping the earth too by not wasting food.
Good. So each meal comes out to less than $10, and these meals are great. Some of the meals featured this month include paprika spiced shrimp and cheddar grits with tomato and sweet corn, spicy hoisin chicken stir fry with baby bok choy and sesame ginger cucumber salad, which I had last night, cooked it myself like a big boy, and it was great. And there's also summer udon noodle salad with cherry tomatoes, corn, and summer sweet pepper. And of course, over the course of the entire year, every single recipe you get is unique, so you're always cooking and eating something new.
Yeah, so for you, our viewers, they're offering your first 3 meals absolutely free, including the shipping, if you go to blueapron.com/weekly. You're gonna love how good it feels and tastes to create incredible home-cooked meals with Blue Apron, so do not wait. Again, that's blueapron.com/weekly. Blue Apron, a better way to cook. Now let's get on to the weirdest and best headlines that we found on the internet this week.
North Korea bans sarcasm because Kim Jong-un fears people only agree with him ironically, which is...
Oh, that's a good call, Kim Jong-un.
It's a great idea, banning sarcasm. I'm sure it's gonna go over real well.
I think they're so far behind that they just got the not joke from like Kim Jong-un's like, oh, we should launch more missile tests. It'll really scare Japan. And everyone's like, yeah, Kim, that's a great idea.
Not. Yeah.
What the fuck was that? You're all dead.
Yeah. I love Kim Jong-un finding out about some kind of comedy, even if it's just sarcasm. I can't wait for them to, someone needs to float a balloon of like The Office over there and let him watch it. He'd be so confused the entire time. This workplace is a mess. Why don't they just kill everyone?
They didn't give a lot of examples of the sarcasm, but one that I really hope is true is that apparently a lot of people in North Korea now, it's like, you know how we had like thanks Obama for like just literally
Obama.
anything? Like in North Korea now it's like anything that goes wrong, they're like, it's those damn Americans.
Yeah.
It's the Americans' fault that my coffee is spilled on my pants today.
Yeah. Well, good.
I love that.
Yeah, we can take a joke. 11-year-old boy finds meth inside purchase from Gamestop.
Yeah.
They pay a lot more for meth at GameStop than an actual game.
So the thing is, like, GameStop is just not a well-run company. Like they, apparently they have no way of finding out how, like, even which store it was shipped from. Like they don't fucking scan barcodes when shit comes in. Like
it's all like video games to them. The physical copy of video games, it's so worthless. It's pennies to them. So why would you track something that's worth pennies?
Yeah, and I mean I've heard like numerous accounts of people like they'll buy one of like the certified used games that's just like scratched to shit on the back, or there's just not even a fucking disc inside. And they're like, shit, sorry, bro.
Well, not to mention when you go and pre-order something nice and expensive.
Oh yeah.
Like, we don't have any left because I held one in the back for myself.
Yeah, I'm hiding it so that I can buy it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That happened to me at Target when I was trying to buy the Nuka-Cola stuff.
Oh yeah.
I was like, are you really out? Like, the doors just opened. And I was like, I'm the first person here. And he's like, yeah, we got a case in the back. And I was like, yeah, bring it the fuck out, you fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
I hate that
He's
shit.
lucky I didn't report him.
Yeah, you should have.
Anyways, moving on.
Lightning strike kills more than 300 reindeer in Norway. Christmas is canceled, kids.
Finally, the war on Christmas has its first
We're all
effect.
celebrating Hanukkah this year.
Josh Fierstein was right.
Santa's gonna have to crawl through the snow. It's pretty nuts though. Apparently this is.
It's very sad. First of all,
It's very sad. A lot of dead. Well, it is and it isn't. See, here's the thing. Because now,
much like the meth dealers of the Philippines.
Well, so right now in Norway, they're doing their annual culling of the reindeer. So it's like a 2-month hunting season where they issue permits to kill around 2,500 reindeer.
It's just like the Philippines.
But these are animals.
Duterte seems to think that drug users are animals as well.
So yeah, they were already like planning on killing a bunch of
So they
reindeer.
just prayed to Jesus.
Yeah, so like now they're still gonna keep on killing reindeer. It's just they lowered the number. Like
it's way
the
easier
hunters
now.
can't kill as many, but there's just free meat right there. Reindeer meat. You got reindeer jerky.
It's already cooked.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
But yeah, apparently animals get struck by lightning all the time. It's just very rare for it to be more than like 10.
Yeah.
This is 350 some odd reindeer just like all dead on a field like they all just drank fucking Kool-Aid at Jonestown.
Yeah.
Maybe they did. Maybe the lightning's just a cover-up.
I think it might be. We killed too many reindeer. Blame it on the lightning.
Yeah.
Anyways, Christmas joke. Cops called the gas station after man squirts bear spray down pants, strips nude, then pours milk on genitals. What did he think was gonna happen? Thought it was a cool prank?
So this was up in like British Columbia where I guess bear spray is something you just have
You can buy
in
it.
case.
You can buy it in the South and stuff.
Yeah, supposedly, it's unclear, but it sounds like he accidentally sprayed himself, like he had it like strapped to his
Oh, and
pants
he
or
like, pulled
something.
it out and yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, bear spray, it's, you don't fuck around with that shit.
I could see how that could escalate into the situation that it
Yeah, he sprayed himself and he's like,
on accident. Yeah, no, that's what you would do.
he ran into a
was-
gas station, got a gallon of milk and just like poured it all over
So
his
he was
dick. And
in
then
the
was, like,
in the
rubbing
main
it.
gas station?
Was
he in the bathroom?
I think it was like, he was
Either way,
filling up.
yeah.
Yeah, he got a bunch of milk and just started.
I would throw my wallet at the attendant, just give me like
All
5
the
minutes
milk.
by myself.
yeah,
I don't know. I could see how that could happen. That in the court of Ricky, boom.
Not
it's fine.
guilty.
Don't, not guilty. Be more careful next
He already
time.
paid the price.
Yeah,
He got bear spray on his dick.
Yeah, he's paid the ultimate price.
This man's been through it.
Do any of you out there in the jury think that you could handle bear spray to the crotch without pouring milk on yourself? No, I don't think so. Get this man, first of all, get him an award. Send him out free on
Give him an award.
Yeah.
Survived bear spray.
Yeah.
Woman sees her photo on funeral fund jars, but she's not dead. I mean, I think that goes without saying if she saw it. Yeah, it's this shitty scam where people will go to like gas stations and be like, oh, this is my friend,
Oh,
she
yeah.
died and we're paying for her funeral. But for some reason they used a Facebook photo of someone from the same like neighborhood. So like very quickly she's like, where'd this come from?
Or anyone that was by was like, oh my God, Jane died?
No, that's what happened actually.
Yeah.
Like she said, like her cousins called up her parents and they were pissed. They're like, "Why didn't you tell us our cousin is dead?" She's like, "Wait, what?" And they all had a laugh.
Everyone had a laugh.
And,
the
but-
guys that show up with the gas tank, well, my car is out of gas. I need to. We used to have these things when I worked at the Chinese delivery place when I delivered Chinese food. There was like a thing with.
Were they ever disappointed that you weren't Chinese?
No, it was fine. But they,
White man.
They had one of those things where you could put a quarter in it, and it had like a missing person's face on it or whatever. It was there for years, and it's probably still there. And I'm sure that they haven't
Well,
found the
most
kid yet.
missing people are dead.
Yeah. So
That's
they're
probably
just getting
why.
all these free quarters from everyone. Sympathy quarters. Anyway.
I'm sure it's going to a good cause.
Yeah, their pockets. Driver frightened by mouse mistakenly sends SUV into bay.
Yeah, when I saw this, I was like, what an idiot. But like,
It would happen to me.
well, it's because
the right circumstances.
Yeah, she had like apparently just gotten into her car and started it, and then a mouse like ran up her leg.
Yeah.
And so she was like, ah! Like jumped out of the car and happened to be near a bay, and the SUV, they got some weight. Once they start rolling, they don't stop.
Or this is just an insurance scam.
Oh yeah, the old mouse defense.
The old mouse in my pocket.
I
defense.
guess you need to get me a new car, huh?
Yeah, right off the cliff. into the
AAA.
bay. Anyways.
Speaking of which,
Yeah, car rolls into river after spider scares teen driver. See, that one, that works too.
this works especially because it's in fucking Australia.
Oh yeah, it'll
Where
kill you.
it is a matter of life and death. Mouse can't kill you, spider can.
It could give you like a disease probably.
That's a mouse.
Spider would kill you though. That's like someone threatening you with a gun.
People die from spider bites all the time in Australia. I don't know why anyone wants to live there. Sounds
Because
like
they're
just
stuck there for the most part.
They can't get out.
They got lovely cities, but
Spiders.
yeah, in
And
the
then
cities are not.
they
that
got
big.
dingoes stealing people's babies.
They're not coming into apartment complexes in Sydney taking people's babies. Boop.
But
Flossing its teeth with a baby bone.
yeah, it was like the exact same scenario. She was like going to like meet a friend to go on like a boating outing. Like it happened like right as she was pulling up to the dock. Like the spider fell off her visor onto like her stomach, and she jumped out of the car.
Terrifying.
And then it just kept rolling.
It didn't even have to be poisonous. It's still scary.
Yeah. Toddlers get behind wheel and wreck on way to see grandma.
How did this happen?
Kids wanted to see their grandma. Their fucking lazy ass parents were asleep. So 5-year-old and 3-year-old, they're not dumb. They found the keys. They turned it on. I'm sure one of them was controlling the pedals and one was controlling the wheel. They got about 50 feet before they T-boned the car.
Were they dressed in a giant overcoat and they were gonna go buy tickets to a rated R movie?
What's the character's name? Adultman?
Yes. Oh, God, stupid. Well, at
Yeah.
least it's better than those parents who were high on heroin driving their kid around.
Yeah.
Real sad.
Real sad.
Ben Carson remembers his luggage, runs off mid-interview.
This man was
Oh
almost
my God.
president. Oh, my luggage.
oven on at home, too.
Pretty much what happened. It was very bizarre.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just funny.
Yeah.
He's an idiot. He's a brain surgeon. You want that guy operating on your brain?
That's terrifying. And
Yeah.
apparently he was really good at it too. Maybe it's the amount of calmness he has.
Yeah.
Unflappable. Let's just operate on this brain.
Yeah.
I'm Ben Carson. Let's just keep going with this.
There we go. ISIS bans the burqa after veiled female assassin kills 2 terrorist commanders in Iraq. What?
This is genius. Yeah, so it's in like Mosul, which is an occupied city.
What's Aleppo?
I don't. Is that an acronym? Some woman in a burqa, some fucking hero, like went up to like an ISIS checkpoint. She just had like a fucking gun under her burqa. It was just like bam, 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 ran away. I can't tell which one it is. We made them all wear burqas. You can't tell them apart.
Burqas are done.
Burqas are banned. Get them out of here.
Yep.
Everyone wearing bikinis now.
Yeah, and we all want
Take
you all
that,
to
France.
same mosque. Everyone get the same mosque. It's fine.
Yeah.
Nearly half of British women cannot identify the vagina. Study finds. The vagina.
The vagina.
So how?
The vagina.
It's pretty easy to identify, right?
Well, it was one of the-
Did they have to look at a lineup?
It would. It was like one of those textbook like cross sections, and
Which section? Sideways?
no, it's like you got the fallops tubes up here,
Oh,
and then
yeah,
the
yeah.
uterus up here,
Yeah.
then the vagina down here.
With little eggs hanging off of it? Little spider eggs?
Yeah.
Ready to burst at any moment and send out a bunch
Popcorn
of little
cooking.
babies? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the word vagina does get misused a bit.
Yeah.
Most people, it's like referring to the vulva, the labia, the
Yeah.
outside. The vagina
Everyone's always
is
thinking the
inside.
lips or the vagina.
Yeah, that's not a vagina.
Nope. It's
So,
part
yeah.
of a whole vagina.
Well, no, the vagina is just one part.
Okay,
It's all
maybe I'm
part of
wrong.
the female reproductive system.
All right, I'm going back to school.
Yeah. And now you know.
Cocaine gets shipped to a Coca-Cola plant. Yeah, they used to use it in the recipe. Anyway.
Yeah, I think the
Fine.
package might have just gotten held up for about 100 years in transit.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, we need to get this to the
Yeah.
factory.
Holy shit, Atlanta burnt down and they built a new one on top of it? Where have
Oh
I
my
been?
god. Well, here's the cocaine you need for the tasty beverage.
Anyways.
Ohio man accidentally shoots himself during dentist appointment. So he was on NOS.
Oh.
Pretty heavy dose of NOS. This is like a 75-year-old
Did
man.
he have
by
his
the way.
permit though, Elliot?
He did.
Good.
No crime was committed.
Good.
But he was heavily sedated, heard his phone ring, reached for his phone, and then it was actually a gun, and he fired a bullet through his hand and through his leg.
At least
and
he didn't
everyone was like,
feel it.
whoa,
He
that
probably-
was close.
He probably didn't feel it though.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. He was all like, oh, saying a bunch of weird
Yeah,
shit.
and everyone had a good laugh.
And then they all went home.
Yeah.
Dentist stitched him up, said this isn't really my job. but
Well,
I know kind of what I'm doing.
yeah, it's like a tooth, but with
Holes.
but completely different.
Yeah, he just root canals his wounds.
Let's just put some fucking
Gauze in there.
put some gold in there.
Yeah.
A big old gold plug.
Man tells police he robbed bank because he'd rather go to jail than be with his wife.
I love this.
And everyone
this
had
guy's
a
a
good
fucking
laugh.
hero.
Yeah. So did he actually get away with any money, or he like went in with?
He
the
went
purpose
in,
of
he's
getting
like-
caught.
Yeah, he passed the note. He's like, I have a gun. Give me the money. And she gave him the money, and he went and he just sat down in a chair, waited for the police to show up.
Great.
And when they walked in, he was like, "You're looking for me." They took him to
Great.
jail. And he's like, "Yeah, I can't stand that bitch. We're both too old to get divorced. And you know what? We got in a fight yesterday, and I was like, I'd rather live in jail than live with you." And she's like, "Oh yeah." And I was like, "Oh yeah." Here I am.
The
man
lengths
is-
people will go to prove
Yeah.
someone right.
I'm happy for this guy.
Yeah, well, I was at PAX on Saturday night or whatever it was. Like we were drinking, and one guy, the friends with the Reddit guy, was like, "There's no way you're getting on a plane in 2 hours. I don't care what you do." And I was like, "All right." Was at the airport 2 hours
Yeah.
later, getting on a plane, still a little bit buzzed. It was a great flight.
Showed him.
There's no way that you're gonna go.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Sex-crazed spiders are set to invade your home, and some of them are the size of mice, which I guess just ties those two other stories back together.
This is just, I put this here because it's a real newspaper article from like a newspaper in Manchester, England, and it's like, all right, guys.
Sounds like a Reader's Digest story.
Yeah, but apparently, yeah, there's a lot of big ass spiders going around Manchester, so keep your eye out for that. Apparently, they're harmless. They're just out trying to fuck. They don't care about you. It's mating season.
Oh, that's what they say when I lived in Florida and we go canoeing. They'd be like, "Okay, guys, it's alligator mating season, so we can go and not worry about getting eaten alive in case you."
But
fall
they
off
are
the canoe."
everywhere.
They're everywhere, but they're on the shores.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they'll come in after you. In retrospect, canoeing in Sarasota, canoeing in Florida in general, looking back, terrifying.
Yeah, why?
Just
I don't know.
absolutely
Why
terrifying.
would you do it?
And we were going on rope swings into the fucking river with
Yeah.
all the alligators and shit.
Got fucking dinosaurs running around.
Yeah.
Not worth it.
It was fun, but I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
They're terrifying.
Yeah.
They're huge too. And you're dead. If you're in water and one grabs you, you're dead. There's no
Yeah, they just start doing the death rattles.
Mhm.
You're fucked.
dead.
You're fucked.
Anyways, we got other content over here, guys. Guess what? The internet found another cure for cancer. But this time it relates to alcohol, so we were actually reported on
Very
it.
relevant.
Yeah.
Also, hot new PS4 and Apple phone news for all you techies
Out there.
and gamers.
Yeah. And also, we did a podcast with our buddy Christian Harloff of the Schmoes, and we talked about all the movies that are coming out real soon. So check that out. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.